statements. Would you run and never look back? Would you cry if you saw me cry? Would you save my soul tonight? Would you tremble if I touched her lips? Would you laugh? Oh, please don't mean this. Or would you die? The one you love, hold me in your arms tonight. I can be your hero, baby.
I play this sad, devastating song for a couple different reasons. Because somebody lost something that they can never earn back. That person is Caleb. Caleb lost his dignity today when he was running down Main Street and slipped and had... I'm sorry, but he just had this random shoe was sitting in the middle of Main Street and just shoved so far up his asshole. It's just, we're here for you, Caleb. But are you here for us? I feel for you, but would you feel for me if I had somebody's old shoe shoved up my asshole? Would you? I don't think so. Let's talk a little bit about what happened last week. First, we have the Battle of the Getskis. Chad and I pulled out the W, barely. Listen to this pitching matchup. 102 strikeouts, 13 quality starts, 7 saves. ERA is a 1.7 and 1.6 and whips of .98 and .95. Ooh, dirty. Anywho, Caleb and I just went hammer time as far as pitching goes, and I pulled out the W barely. Now I'm going to have to say Michael Brantley is my week hero. 2 home runs, 6 RBIs, 263 average, and 364 on base percentage. Are you kidding me? You guys haven't even heard of Michael Brantley before, and he's going hammer time right now. Look at that shit. Dirty. And then we're going to have to talk about pitching. Well, I'm going to have to talk about James Shields. 8 innings pitched, 12 strikeouts, 1.13. Then we talk about Chad. Chad, got to talk about Stanton. Hit a fucking grand salami. Stanton then went home and beat his wife because he is a Mexican. So, 2 home runs, 10 ribbies, 333, 481. We got to talk about some pitching, of course. And let's talk a little bit about, who should we talk about? Aaron Harang took a no-hitter and then got pulled because he doesn't know how to pitch a no-hitter and he was tripping on acid. So, I pulled out the W this week. Always feels good to bring out a W. Didn't really do shit for me anywhere except for my self-confidence because then we're going to talk about Uncle Dave. Uncle Dave won this week, of course, 6-4-1 against Andy Seguin. Uncle Dave then went out and gave some cigarettes to some underage kids. So when we talk about players on your team, Dave, who we got to talk about? Albert Pujols. Bean Albert Pujols. 3 home runs, 7 RBIs, 360 batting average, 429 on base percentage, and I think he already hit a home run tonight. And we're going to have to talk about pitching, of course. We always do. Always got to respect both sides of the plate. We're going to talk about John Lester, and he's pitched 9 strikeouts, 1.13 ERA. Then we got to talk about Seguin, who is now a part of the Game of the Week. Not my choice. Joey Votto, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs, 1 stolen base, 429 average, and 571 on base percentage. That's gross. Oh, that's gross. Okay, then we're going to have to start talking about who's good on your team that's really good pitching. Jose Fernandez, your keeper pick, 7 innings pitched, 10 strikeouts, 0 ERA. That's what we call a shutout back home in the Black River Falls. And then we got to talk about Tim and Caleb. This one, if you don't remember, I'll remind you, I said I'll let a dime pick. And I don't remember who the dime picked because I didn't care. But Tim won 6-4-1, 70 strikeouts this week for Tim, and keeping that offensive production alive because Ryan Braun hit 3 home runs, 4 RBIs, 308 average. Ryan Braun went hammer time because whenever Ryan Braun's in Pennsylvania, he hits home runs. That's what he likes to do. Hits home runs in Pennsylvania. I think it has to do with something with the Hershey's bars. Hershey's bars. Something to do with the Hershey's bars. Get it? So then we're going to talk about pitching. Well, damn, how many pitchers did you pick up this week, Tim? My goodness. Look at all these pitchers. All right, well, let's talk about Alex Wood. 8 innings, 7 strikeouts, and then a 1.13 ERA. Shout out Brewers, I'm one of the power rankings. And then let's talk about Caleb. Caleb, are you alive? A little worried about you right now, man. I don't know. You might be on your way out of the league if you don't show some confidence. I mean, granted, this week you're in the hospital. That's okay. So, Todd, wow. I mean, nobody had a great all-around week here. The best we had was Ramos Ramirez. 1 home run, 4 RBIs, 286 average, 423 on base percentage. Decent. But not what we're looking for when we're talking about MVPs of a team, Caleb. And then you're pitching, forget it. You're not going to watch this anyway, so I'm not going to talk about your team. So then, let's talk about people that actually care about this league. And go to the game of the week. Who won game of the week? That would be Alex, my dick is bigger than a 3-foot-long pole, Johnson. So Alex ended up winning 6-5. Close matchups across the board this week. I mean, it's going to be kind of sad when I have to give out the biggest wins because it's going to be too close and really nobody should win it this week. But somebody's got to win it, somebody's got to lose. Like George W. Bush always said, terrorists are everywhere. Check behind your back and check in your closets because they might be gay as well, Caleb. So then if we're going to look at who was good on this team. Again, nobody had a solid all-around week. Andrew McCutcheon, 1 home run, 6 RBIs, 258 average. I like to see that average a little bit higher when I give out MVPs of a week, but you got to take them and leave them, you know what I'm saying? So then we got to talk about pitching. Irvin Santana, 13 innings pitched, 18 strikeouts. Man, Braves pitching looking good. All right, so then let's talk about, that was Mason's team. I'm a little embarrassed. It's funny because Mason's team's name is Tight Buttholes. And Caleb has a loose butthole right now. So, Alex, my dick is bigger than a 3-foot-long pole while slapping your mother across the face, Johnson. His team, on the other hand, Prince Fielder, 2 home runs, 3 RBIs, 273 average. That would pretty much be it. Oh, Ian Kinsler, 1 hammer time last week. Damn, 1 home run, 7 RBIs, 350 average. Gross. And a stolen base. And then you're pitching, Felix Hernandez, King Felix, 7 innings, 9 strikeouts, 1.29 ERA. And last but not least, we're going to talk about Travis and Firkins. Here, after Firkins got done making out Kelsey Olsen, lost all instinct of time and forgot how to play fantasy baseball and lost this week 6-5 to Travis. Let's talk about Travis's team a little bit. Freddie Freeman, 1 home run, 4 RBIs, 320 average. Let's talk about your pitching a little bit. Shout out to Shelby Miller getting his shit together. 11 innings pitched, 14 strikeouts, .79 ERA. But your team had a shitty week pitching. And then we also have to talk about Firkins. I made out with Kelsey Firkins. Evan Longoria doing what Evan Longoria does. Hitting 1 home run for 5 RBIs, 340 average, 385 on base percentage. Dirty. Evan Longoria, good pick. It's going to be hurt sooner or later. It's going to happen. Then you're pitching. Scott Kazmir, I guess. 8 innings pitched, 5 strikeouts. Whoop-de-doo. Alright. So, let's look at this week. This week starts division. Division starts in week 4 for people that don't know. So this week we got myself and Dave. We also have Tim Firkins, not Division, and everybody can play Division. You guys didn't get it this week, so you get one more week to get your shit together, essentially. You guys have the same record, 15, 16, and 2. I'm going to pick Firkins to win that one. Then we got our game of the week, which is Travis and Seguin, both battling it out in the RH division. I'm going to pick Seguin to win that one. I think Seguin's going to tight game, tight close game, but Travis's pitching is so awful, I don't think he'll be able to do anything about it. Mason and Caleb, I'm going to pick Mason because Caleb doesn't care. And then I'm also going to shout out to Chad, as he's going to beat Alex this week in a Death Con Battle 4. So that's it, folks. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to go downstairs. I'm going to pet my dog. I'm going to go across the street. I'm going to kick that guy's ass over there. He keeps throwing dirt on my car. So I don't appreciate that. You guys want to hear a funny joke, though? Here, I'll end it off with a funny joke. I know Firkins would be offended by this because, well, he made out with Kelsey Olsen. And I know how he's all feminist now, but I feel like I have to, hold on, Sonny. Some universities have women's studies, but no men's studies. That's pretty sexist. But then I realized we do have men's studies. That's called history. Well, I'll be here all week, folks.